To all
Just
my
crazy.
reflections. Look, y'all, I got shit to talk to y'all about today. I'm looking at this shit like, what? Y'all, why the UN declares war on dangerous conspiracy theories, which is us, talking about the world is not secretly manipulated by global elite. Well, obviously, yes, the fuck it is. What y'all doing all this for? Yo,
Right.
This shit is for real.
Right.
It's talking about the United Nations has declared war on conspiracy theories, describing the rise of conspiracy thinking as worrying and dangerous, and providing the public with a toolkit to pre-bunk and debunk anybody who dares to suggest that world governments are anything but completely honest, upstanding, and transparent. Man, quit playing. I cannot make this shit up, y'all. It said the UN also warns that George Soros, the Rothschilds, and the State of Israel must not be linked to any alleged conspiracies. They have declared war on us, bro. And it says UNESCO has teamed up with Twitter, the European Commission, and the World Jewish Government to launch the campaign dubbed #ThinkBeforeSharing.
They're trying to silence our speech, bro.
Theories. Wow. Wow. They said that we got to keep George Soros, the State of Israel, and the Rothschilds out of our fucking mouths. They said that. And this came out this year, this month, like a couple days ago, August the 3rd. Like, what the fuck? How come ain't nobody talking about this? This shit is serious. The UN declares war on dangerous conspiracy theories? Man, what the hell? And y'all ain't just declaring war, y'all been declaring war. We been getting attacked all kind of ways on these fucking social medias. And what the fuck is a conspiracy theorist anyway? And conspiracy theories is a word that y'all
gonna suck. Who the fuck gonna sell out the most? Who the fuck gonna sacrifice, kill family members and shit like that? Do all this shit is against the real righteousness, man. Come on, man. It's a satanic ass industry, motherfuckers. If motherfuckers knew the half, you wouldn't even listen to niggas. You wouldn't even listen to niggas. Or I'm talking about any genre, pop, entertainment. You wouldn't watch movies. You wouldn't watch these niggas shoot a jump shot in the NBA, nigga, if you knew the half, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. These the same motherfuckers drinking blood. These the motherfuckers kidnapping y'all kids. The same niggas albums y'all buying. The same motherfuckers y'all voting for, nigga. The same niggas who brands y'all wearing, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Focus. But when you see this, right? Let's be clear. When you see this, 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 when you see the checkerboards on the floor, when you see the skull and bones, when you see the signs and symbolism, when you slow down the music, Jay-Z new video with Nas and DJ Khaled is a scene where it's checkerboards. These are all occult, Satanist, symbolic symbols. So what I'm saying is, and I'm gonna tell you why and me personally, I've been in music for a minute, had deals and all that, bro. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Well, what I know, for me, I study so I know when I see it, so I know what to avoid. Because niggas could be trying to sacrifice your ass and you're not studying. God told us to read and be knowledgeable. So when I see Jay-Z go, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? You're not no gang member. You got checkerboard floors, you got skull and bones. What does this mean? Because it's not just there. You look at Cardi B's album cover, it's checkerboard. You look at Dream Doll, now she's the checkerboard too. Like, I'm not, y'all, let me tell you something. Sell they soul, they practice witchcraft.
What does it mean though?
What it means, what it means.
What does the checkerboard mean?
It means mind control. So you got classical conditioning, you got operational conditioning. So what they do is they use programming. So
MK Ultra?
Yeah, but it's to push an agenda. So
you heard it before, right?
I heard of MK Ultra, but I don't pay that shit too much mind.
So the checker. So what I'm saying is, not saying that we care about it because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. It's just that this is what I look for. When I see a success, I'm looking for anything
to say that they didn't do it on their own.
Yeah, detain it. Not to say
that's not a good way to look at
things. That's not a good way to look at it.
I really need an explanation real quick. You can never be too careful. Just watch this real quick.
And it may be hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling.
Now, as we all know, they like to put messages in movies and TV shows. I don't know if y'all seen this, but in the movie Gods of Egypt, it was a scene of space and what Earth looked like from space, and it was flat. Even in Thor, they show Asgard to be a flat plate. Now, it is sad, a lot of people say that we live in a dome. Y'all remember this woman? Look at what she finna say.
And I can't believe we just put the biggest crack in that glass ceiling yet.
Now, we all know the Simpsons be putting in hidden messages and everything. Now, look at this part.
The ball going back, and the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself.
Now, some people say Jesus is holding everything together. But in school, do y'all remember when they taught us about gravity? And they had said the earth was round? So I had asked my teacher, if it's round, why don't people fall off the bottom of the earth? And you know how water falls down the stream? Gravity don't stop it, it just goes down. Wouldn't the earth look like this? Cause like, how are you holding all the water in place? It says gravity is most accurately described by the general theory of relativity proposed by Albert Einstein. Again, the Newtonian theory of gravity is based on assumed forces. If gravity is a theory, can Earth really be a globe? Or does it look something like this? I know you're probably like, is the water gonna fall off the edge? Some people say we're surrounded by ice. You know, like in Game of Thrones, even in Teen Titans too.
Butter wall. Butter wall? Seriously? A butter wall? That's what I said, Boo! There's a big old butter wall. It encircles the entire pancake earth.
It just makes me question, that's all I'm saying. Kinda just makes me feel some type of way because they're showing it and everything. Now it is what it is if it's flat or round. But when I heard her talk about it, I was just like, y'all be safe.
Go ahead and ask yourself, have you ever seen someone leaving or entering a mattress firm? Have you ever heard someone say, oh, let's go to mattress firm? No. The answer is no. Why are there so many stores? How could they afford to have so many stores when the sales don't match? Well, luckily, I think I got an answer for y'all. Money laundering. If you don't know what money laundering is when you charge large amounts of money from crimes such as drug trafficking and make it seem as if it originated from regular sales, legal sales. Money laundering is a huge scheme used by these big corporations and they never get caught. And the only way that a scheme like this gets shut down in the first place is if someone from the inside comes out and tells. And it will have to be someone with credibility to the company, or otherwise we not believing it. Alright, so go ahead and look at this map of Atlanta. Here you have 15 mattress firms alone. 9 of them on the right side of the screen are at max 10 minutes apart. And people who don't believe that this is going on say that they bought out Sleepy's and they buying out smaller competition to afford these stores. If that was true, mattress firm wouldn't be filing for bankruptcy. Yeah, bankruptcy, you heard me. So again, what's funding these stores? Exactly. You sit and think about how many mattress firms are actually available and open around the country. It's scary. It's scary to think about how huge this scheme could actually be. Whether it's human trafficking, drug trafficking, or terrorist organization funding, which are the 3 most common money laundering schemes. It's scary to think of how big this scheme could actually be. I'll go ahead and let me know what y'all think in the comments. I can't be the only one who's ever thought about this. Can't be.
Or ending up dead. But it was in that moment of darkness where I realized I need to make a bigger decision. I need to make a decision of what I'm going to do with my life. But it took me going and speaking to the people who were my elders and saying, and exactly telling them what I'm telling you right now on camera, is that I've had enough and that, you know, my mental health at the time wasn't in a good place. I wasn't able to speak to any of them ever again. I wasn't welcomed. I was actually advised to stay out of the area because I was actually able to get out of the situation.
Broke out of that fear place. This is what you see now that they got the drill, they got the pills, they got a whole bunch of other things. They're in a way the rise in drill culture, the explosion in the aesthetic nihilism that we see it's almost like them kind of saying, you know, look, that's them saying.
Really happened to Juice WRLD may be deeper than we think. Juice WRLD has admitted to putting hidden messages in his music.
Now, a lot of your music and even your social media posts, they seem to have hidden messages in it, so.
Hidden message number 1. Juice WRLD passed away December 8th, 2019. But in January of 2020, a track list came out spelling out that Juice WRLD is still alive. Hidden message number 2. Juice WRLD says he feels like John Lennon and died the same exact day as him.
All this jealousy and agony that I sit in. I'm a jealous boy, really feel like John Lennon.
And this gets way deeper because John Lennon got assassinated. So what is Juice WRLD really trying to say? Hidden message number 3. Juice WRLD admitted to selling his soul to the Illuminati. G Herbo was even there and made his own comments about it.
Alright, y'all. I'm finna sell my soul. I'm gonna hit y'all when I'm through. I'm gonna be rich as hell. Alright?
Look, dude, selling his soul. They ain't take too long. Illuminati, man.
What'd you say, Coop?
But of course, his fans believed it, so he came back and denied everything.
Niggas really think I sold my soul? Y'all crazy as hell, boy.
Many don't know what goes on behind closed doors with the elites.
In the comments, let me know.
Guys, if you follow me already, you'll know about the Sun Simulator, aka the fake sun, and the second sun. If you don't, you will see in my next clip, and you'll learn something new today. Right, so what we're seeing here is 3 celestial bodies in the sky. You can tell there are 3 bodies in the sky because if you look at the lens flare at 1 o'clock, you'll see 3 separate circles. And each circle represents a light source. That's how lens flares work. Now the sun furthest left, the biggest one, is the Sun Simulator. The one in the middle is the real sun. And the one furthest to the right, the smallest one, is the second sun. People have been catching this type of phenomenon all over the world. It's not unique to myself. People don't really tend to look up at the sky these days.
I definitely do.
Accept what's there and what's been taught to them. And everybody's got their head down on their phones these days. I'm interested to learn the theories on this. Like, subscribe, and I will make more videos.
This woman came back from the grave to solve her own murder. And I'm obsessed with her. On February 21st, 1977, Teresita Basa finished up her shift as a respiratory specialist at Edgewater Hospital in Chicago and returned home. Around 7:30 p.m., her friend Ruth Loeb called. They talked for about 20 minutes until Teresita said she had to go because she was expecting a male visitor. Apparently, Ruth had no follow-up questions about this. At 8:40 p.m., Teresita's neighbors smelled smoke, so they called the building's janitor, who called the fire department. Inside Teresita's apartment, firefighters found a mattress in the middle of the living room floor engulfed in flames. Under the mattress was the body of Teresita Basa. She was undressed and she had been stabbed in the chest. Smoke and fire damage had eliminated all physical evidence and fingerprints, but it was clear that there had been a struggle and the apartment had been totally ransacked. The only solid piece of evidence was a note in the apartment that read, "Get theater tickets for AS." The case went cold after only a couple months. But then, in July of that same year, lead investigator Joe Stachula got a call from police in Evanston. They had spoken to a man named Dr. Jose Chua who had information about the murder of Teresita Basa. And that information had come from Teresita herself. Part 2 is up and it is linked in the comments.
Down bad, rapper 6ix9ine was seen performing at a concert in Switzerland. You could tell the vibes were kind of off.
Money, break up, you nasty, flame up, light it, bitch, you need to get started. Spin around,
Subscribe for more rap.
Can't make this shit up, y'all.
So y'all telling me this Anne Heche thing ain't got nothing to do with the masses, right? Look at this. This ain't got nothing to do with the masses. Her body is in a body bag, bro. Look at this. Anne Heche. She mysteriously died of a car crash.
Anne Heche, the actress, it was sparked a fire.
Pete,
pulled her out from the
y'all telling me this don't look like a setup? All this was already staged there? Really? Now watch what she do, bro. She did. She's in a body bag, y'all. Look. Look what she doing. Watch what she do. Get out of the body bag, bro. They was not expecting her, but Look what's on the fire department truck. 63. Y'all mean to tell me the masses ain't got nothing to do with this right here? She was on her way from getting her hair done. She was in a rush from something or somebody to get away from something or somebody, and she crashed into somebody's house, allegedly, y'all. Look at her car. Inside somebody's house. Look at the car, bro. Y'all telling me this whole scene don't look staged to y'all? 63 on that fire department, right? Since when is the fire department allowed to touch you before the ambulance get there? And when are they allowed to put you in their trucks? That's unheard of. Listen, bro. That lady was in a rush from somebody trying to get away from somebody. And she just made a movie that was exposing a lot of pedophilia things, sexual things, allegedly, y'all. Gotta say allegedly before they try to take it from somebody. And she just made a movie that was exposing a lot of pedophilia things, sexual things, allegedly, y'all. Gotta say allegedly before they try to take your video down or they block you. So this lady Anne Hayes was she was getting her hair done. She just made a movie that was fit to make a lot of money. Right, she put a lot of people out there. They wanted her, right? So she was going to go get her hair done. Mysteriously, she was so drunk she ran into somebody's house. But y'all see what her car looked like, right? How did she crash into somebody's car? And they said she was dead on sight. The fire department picked her up. You can't touch her. The ambulance has to get there to touch her to put her in the back of the truck. And why did the truck say 69 and 63 on them? So y'all telling me the masses has nothing to do with this, right? So she wasn't trying to get away from nobody, right? Right? Come on, man. Gotta think about it, bro. That whole situation just looked staged, bro. They said this lady was dead on sight, but then you get her. They wasn't even expecting that lady to jump up out of that body bag and unzip that with her hand. They thought that she was just going to be dead or stay dead, allegedly, yo. They didn't know that the camera was going to catch her doing that. And we caught that. But, sometimes they let you see things clear as day, and you still wouldn't believe it. So, y'all telling me this wasn't no stage? Look how all the fire department's trucks were staged. You telling me this lady, there ain't nothing fishy going on about the industry with this lady, about this movie she made that was making money, putting a lot of people on blast? She wasn't running from nobody?